This is what a Wharf hydrant will look like. The reason we have this on our engine is because we have blow-offs. Blow-offs are end of line. The water district will clean out the end of the line, so the sludge and whatnot out. And it does offer us a water source if we need it. So basically what we do is we take the plug rather, out of the blow-off. This is just a pipe thread connector. Take that off, screw this in, open the valve, and now we have a little Wharf hydrant. But there are some of these in the city, okay? Up on Prospect there's a couple. The biggest Wharf hydrant is on Tamil Vista. It comes off the Forbes Reservoir. It's a 4-inch. This is a 2-inch, okay? We do not wrap the hydrant strap around this. What can happen? Grab out, okay? So this is a little different deal. This is probably the most step encompassing way of making a hydrant. So if I can get someone to hold this right over here, let's give ourselves, let's go over here, we got some room. Okay, perfect. Right there. All right, we're gonna make, where's that? So, you might just get the command, make the hydrant. If your officer is sharp, he's going to tell you got a Wharf hydrant. Okay? Ivan, make the hydrant, it's a Wharf. Firefighter leaves the riding position and goes to the engineer's compartment with an SCBA on. Now where we store our 2.5 bypass line may be different on each engine, but for the most part, it's going to be up in the engineer's compartment or somewhere close by. Okay, so stop right there. He removes, this says 3-inch, but they changed to 2.5. And a style point, you can either put that down right there. Okay, now notice this bypass line is rolled out of service. This is an engineer's piece of equipment. But for me, I like it to be rolled out of service because if I'm looking for where I need to be, I can roll that thing out, and I know my line, right? It's about 20 feet long. If you're not good with measurements, you can roll that out. Go ahead and roll it out. Okay, so he knows that he's short right now, but he knows that he has that to make up. So you can either put that on the ground and be a good guesser, or you can deploy that. If your engineer likes it to be rolled in service, then you gotta either roll it out, you're gonna have to do a flip-flop, or whatever. Okay?
One thing you can do if it's like that is you just roll it away from the hydrant and then throw the coupling back towards the Wharf.
Next thing he's going to do, he's going to remove the hydrant appliance. He's going to remove the Oasis valve off the engine. Now he knows, based on what he's got laid out, that he can put his appliance probably right about here, right? The key here, you're trying to keep access, keep the road clear. You don't want to drain too much hose with these. You're going to have to bury the hose. Okay, so now you see, we're not going to put that strap on that little tiny Wharf hydrant. So this is the only time on a forward hose leg you touch the hose, because there's nothing anchoring this thing. So he's going to grab the hose clear of, he's not in here in the loop, he's outside. Now what are you going to do, Ivan?
Take off!
Now here you have to wait until a coupling drops. Release the hose before a coupling drops. Lose it. Not to say you can't lose it after a coupling drops, but typically, firefighter wants something, right? One coupling drops, ready to go to work. Alright, so a coupling has dropped, Ivan. He lets go of the hose. Now, what I recommend doing, be efficient, make your hookups here, go to the hydrant last. You don't want to drop around like a right back and forth. So, he's going to remove the fitting bag off the LDH. He's going to obtain the necessary fitting and hydrant wrench. You're going to put it on the ground. The necessary fitting is going to be our 2.5 to 4.5 creaser. Okay? Water!
Water!
Is now, there's two ways to do this, and that's fine. You can either put the increaser onto the hose. Actually, there's only one way to do this. Put the increaser onto the hose. There's two ways to do it. You can either foot it, you can do the foot tilt method, which sometimes the dog ears get in the way. or you can hold it like Ivan was. Just be careful. Again, you don't want to be looking like a jackwagon out here, and your greaser goes rolling down, or you're messing around with the fitting. Next thing you want to do is you want to connect your increaser to the Oasis valve. So this can be kind of challenging because these are not ball bearings. This is a Teflon swivel. Again, what we usually teach, we teach this, we teach this, or I've seen this before because it gets kind of tough. Put that like that. The main thing is what we're trying to do is get water efficiently, quickly, and move with purpose. Ivan has chosen a very professional approach to this, and it looks good. So another thing on Friday, we haven't talked about on Friday, is kind of our equipment day. We want to make sure we're spraying WD-40 or, not WD-40. We have a bottle with tank saver. It's water and tank saver. We want to spray it on all the fittings, especially this one. This one will get really tough. Okay, so he's all set here. Now he wants to grab his hydrant wrench or spanner. You have a Wharf hydrant. Now he's going to go to the Wharf hydrant. He's gone there one time. He's going to be ready to charge the things. Remove the cap. Obviously there's no bonnet, so it goes on the ground, but the spanner wrench will go onto the stem. Attaboy, Ivan. He's going to put his hose onto the Wharf. So we've already received the call for water. He's going to do his thing. Good. So what can happen here? What do you think can happen here as far as access? It could be a crap show, right? So some things you can do. If you have too much hose, grab your appliance. You have room. Make sure, kind of like, don't run the jet sweep if you haven't done it in practice. Make sure you know what the limitations of your hose are and how tight you go with your loop so you don't kink, right? You're not going to run a jet sweep in the game if you haven't practiced it. Make sure you know the limitations. But you might be pulling this thing up down the road where these Wharf hydrants are, on prospects or whatnot. It's a tight road. So if you have the road up, you're going to be walking. This. And if that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen. But if you can make a difference and keep the road open, boom, you did a great job. So follow the line up until you get your next task. You guys got it?
They're also usually at the end of mains or real close to the water tank, so it's generally going to be a low pressure thing too. So just watch out for the things. Not a lot of pressure behind it.
And what we can do here, you can say, well, why the heck do we put the Oasis valve on? Because maybe there's a hydrant 500 feet down the road. Okay? Maybe. Just saying, throwing stuff out at you. An engine can come in and lay in from that hydrant and augment this. Okay? Okay. Got it? Got it. Wrap it up. We got one more.